EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from Foxborough. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing right away, it's May. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Off the play fake, here's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back.
He is in. Javon Baker. Touchdown, Patriots. It's his third touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Don't jump, ready? Easy.
Right to the air, it's Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Here's the rookie from Wisconsin. It's Braylon Allen. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Here we go, son.
They put Wilson in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 10. Right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. May to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. first and 10. Fields. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
So after one, 7-3 is our score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son.
Now, a handoff to Edwards. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Now a screen set up for Edwards. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Jets. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Marcus Jones now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Got it. Ready? There we go. Set. 18. Pioneer. Hut, hut.
May now on 1st and 10. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and ultimately...
And he's in! Touchdown, New York!
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Let's go.
May going to look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
No mas, no mas. Extend. Right.
Play action now for Fields. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Hey, can. Right.
A first down throw for Fields. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
First down, Fields. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal.
Going up right here. Here we go, side. Up. Right.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets up their lead. It's now 24-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lion. Ready.
Throwing is May. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, here's May. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jets. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. To throw on 1st down is May. Now right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given. And now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
Here we go.
Again, it's Edwards. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
The man in motion here is Chark. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They run once more with Edwards. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
Here we go. Good. Go.
On the give, it's Edwards. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
On the set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Set.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son.
They'll run with Allen. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. and 9. Another run, and again, it's Allen. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. This is taken at the 25. That return not going to work out at all. He backs up trying to make something happen and is belted down for a loss on the return. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now, May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get about 5. Off the play fake, here's May. Off he goes. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he'll be taken down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a...
That one, take it in. Javon Baker. Touchdown, New England. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8.
Easy, easy, easy. Right.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run Probably a yard short of that first down.
Here we go, son.
Here's third down and a few inches.
Hey, 10.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion.
Set.
On third down, it's Allen. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Go.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face second down and 7.
Here we go. EQ. Cut.
A carry here for Allen. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Set.
They go back to Allen. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
You got a mini base. Why not? Set.
Here comes Allen. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.